This is for the quiet part out loud. Welcome, Dame.
What's
How
happening,
are
bro?
you?
How you
It is
doing?
dope to have you on the platform. Definitely growing up from Brooklyn and raised on Marcy, so it's kind of cool to meet a legend like you. I know this is like the beginning of my channel, but thank you for taking out the time to meet with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. I feel like one of the things that have stood out like from your art of dialogue videos is the big situation. And shout out to Oskino. I saw a video of him. Um, and he said Oskino said Biggs hated Jay-Z more than Dame.
Yeah, he
Is
hated
that
him.
true?
Toward the end, yeah. I mean, again, for the last 2 years of Rockefeller, Biggs and Jay didn't speak at all. It just no one really noticed. Um, the problem was that Jay felt that Biggs wasn't doing anything and we didn't need him moving forward. And I was like, well, you know, Rockefeller should always be us three. We could do something else, but I don't see us just walking away from Biggs and I would have done the same for Jay. So like if Biggs would have said we can't with Jay, I would have said, nah, we can't do that to Jay. It's just to me, that's just being fair. And, you know, I guess Jay's position was both of y'all, you know, and Biggs's position, pause, was like completely Jay was erased, which is why it's so surprising his the way he is with Jay now. But I would say that the demise of Rockefeller was a combination of the imbalance that Fredo Cameron caused with this false narrative of being the vice president, and then Jay feeling like Big should no longer participate in anything that Jay was doing moving forward. A year prior to that, Jay made a move on us and he wanted us all to dilute. And if you understand business, Jay was making money as an artist, but he was also getting a third of Rockefeller. And because we were the keys, the warden in the jail, we gave him as a prisoner whatever he wanted, if you look at it that way. But he also, so we were leveraging the company, we give him $1 million, $5 million an album, which would imbalance our numbers. But I didn't care. I just never looked at it like that, which I should have. And then he was also participating in taking a third of what was left after we spent like the profit, which was barely anything. Like we split it with Def Jam, and then we had to bust it down, or Universal, and then we had to bust it down three ways. And he wanted us to dilute. Now, he had made a move on me like, yo, I don't want you to be my manager anymore. And I was like, I don't care. But then he went and hired my assistant, Carlene, and whoever else was in my infrastructure. And I didn't participate in any of the deals that I secured for Jay. I never made any money from the publishing deal that I secured moving forward from Big John or any other deal I secured. So to me, if the government really wanted to collect that 25 million and the debt that they say I owe, then all they got to do is collect all the money that everyone's robbed from me and they'll get all that money back. So they would have to go check on currency because I made Pilot Talk 1 and Pilot Talk 2. They'd have to go check on Universal because of all the other things that were made. They would have to go check on Jay-Z for all the money that I should have a commission for as his manager for the deals I secured that I no longer benefit from 20 years ago. The initial question was, yeah, Biggs didn't speak to Jay. Jay didn't speak to Biggs. Biggs hated Jay. Oskino was 100% right about that. That's not a
You
lie.
said you
See, the
dropped
thing
some
about
breadcrumbs in the
Oskino is,
beginning.
the thing is, one thing about Oskino is he may say certain things that could be considered a little too far, but he's never lying. I've never ever heard him lie. I've seen him sometimes misinterpret certain things just based on maybe, you know what I mean? But or he could interpret it one way that could be, you know, a little more aggressive, but he's going through a lot. But he don't lie. He don't be lying. He's funny, but his perspective is truthful.